Midivani Monroe from MissFabulous.com. Glamour, romance, and high fashion all come together in New York designer Zang Toi's Fall 2013 collection presented at Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. I look forward to Zang Toi's runway shows with great anticipation, knowing that he always delivers collections that are visually stunning with a dramatic flair that is truly captivating. Zang knows exactly how to draw the audience into his fantasy of fashion with the perfect music, elegant models, and a carefully staged pace that proves him a consummate showman. For Fall 2013, Zang Toi was inspired by a trip to St. Petersburg, and his take on Imperial Russia creates that luxurious era and opulence while remaining modern and relevant to today's customer. Zang Toi channeled his Russian inspiration into a collection that is carefully crafted, elegant, and above all, totally Zang Toi. Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, and we are with Zang Toi at his showroom in New York City after his Fall 2013 presentation. It was absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Spring was so feminine, romantic, it was just soft and beautiful. This collection was also beautiful, but in a different way. It was still very feminine, but there was like a strength to it.
Yeah.
The inspiration was Russia.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that and where it led you in designing?
Well, you know what? I've always wanted to go to Russia for many, many years. Finally made it there last Thanksgiving in November. I went to St. Petersburg. It was one of the most inspiring and most beautiful trip I've ever take, and I was so inspired, especially the Peterhof Palace, 45 minutes outside of St. Petersburg. It is just so breathtakingly beautiful, over the top opulent. First room you walked in is a grand ballroom, the gilded ballroom that is, I don't know how many tons of gold leaf they use in that ballroom, and the mirrors and the crystal. That it was so stunning that I decided to close the show with these pieces of the gilded, inspired from the gilded ballroom of Peterhof. And then in the middle of the palace, there's another beautiful room called the Coronation Room, which is a chinoiserie room. One of the most beautiful chinoiserie rooms that I've seen in a book or in houses, and that inspired that little grouping there of the fabric that I used from Clearance House, designed by one of my closest friends, Kazumi Yoshida, for Clearance House. It's called the Empress Dragon. But the beginning part of the collection was actually inspired, also Russian inspired, but it's very unlike it. Not many people even pay attention to. Russia is known for the parquetry floor. It's usually made out of light brown, dark brown, and black. So I renamed the color. I call amber, mahogany, and jade. That inspired the daytime glow in the opening scene. That is amber, mahogany, and jade.
also known for your exquisite, luxurious fabrics. What were the important ones for this collection?
Well, the personal favorite will be the opening look, the most luxurious Laura Piano cashmere you can ever get. I can't remember, probably $500 a meter that we open. What I call a new shape for me. It's a coat, oversized coat in the shape of a Fabergé A. You know, the curve is I call the Fabergé coat. It's made out of Laura Piano, amber Laura Piano cashmere with dye to match amber Saga Royal fox collar and trim.
You spoke about the evening gowns and how they were so opulent. They were definitely kind of a modern day of Tsarist Russia.
Yes,
very beautiful in that sense. What were the important colors for that grouping?
Well, you know what? Of course, the key grand finale pieces are black and gold, gilded gold. But then also, the Russian love all the Tsarinas and the princesses and emperors that love their jewels. That's what inspired the beautiful sapphire and amethyst and emerald green. And then, but that grouping, I decided, well, since we have a wonderful partnership for Zang Toi Fine Jewelry. So if you look at closely those grouping of the emerald and amethyst and sapphire, not one stitch of beads or embellishment on it. I want it to be the most beautiful gown to serve as a backdrop for the Zang Toi Fine Jewelry. That I've always been obsessed with Fabergé 8 since I first arrived here 31 years ago. So I cannot do a Russian collection without paying homage to Fabergé. So I decided to do a modern take of Fabergé jewelry, but just the shell part of it without the enamel part. Made out of 18 karat golds and sapphire, amethyst, and emerald jewel. That's the reason why you don't see almost a drop of embellishment in those groupings, so that it can be a perfect backdrop for the jewelry.
Well, it was absolutely gorgeous. I believe we have Georgie, the big model from Burkina Faso, and she's going to join us and show us one of the gowns.
Yeah, my favorite girl, and she also have a fashion name. She's part of the House of Toy family. She wanted a name for herself too, so she's no longer Georgie, she's Gigi now, right? Gigi, Gigi, we love Gigi at House of Toy. Gigi, not only that, she's one of the best model on the runway, and she had the most beautiful heart. That is what make her so special. Here come Gigi.
You were definitely a knockout on the runway. No. All together.
We'll put Gigi in the center. How's that, right? Yeah.
So, can you tell me how it felt to walk in such a beautiful show?
I felt like a queen. Really, as a woman, it's kind of like so difficult, for us to feel very comfortable on a dress and walk with confidence. That was my feeling, and it's so beautiful to feel as a woman, as a queen once. And it's only on Zang clothes that you can get that feeling.
Well, it's interesting. Before the show began, I was out waiting, and I heard the music from the rehearsal, and I went, "Oh, it's going to be Russia."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I'm so excited! I can't wait!" And then when I actually saw the collection, I was like, "Oh, it's stunning!" And seeing girls like Georgie walking
I'm fortunate to have the most beautiful girl who know how to walk. It's not trendy girl, edgy girl that who bend backward, who crisscross, who horse walk that drive me crazy. These are real girl who know how to to carry beautiful gown and do justice to the beautiful creation. When I first decided to go the road of Russian theme, Russian have been done so many times over and over by so many designers. So if I decide to do Russia, I had to put my own stamp, the Zang Toi stamp on it. And the first thing that I took out is a fur hat. Every designer, when they do a Russia theme, there's always a fur hat on top of every model. So in place of the fur hat, I have my great friend AG from AG Hairsalon, who have done hair for my runway show since 1995. So I want a couture version, a really beautiful hair that almost replace the fur hat. That's why we come up with part of curl. Back then, the very wealthy lady, they love to get a perm, the curl, and freeze it out a little bit. That's why we have the beautiful hair on top of all the gorgeous girl.
Well, you were stunning, and the collection was stunning. Congratulations once again on a gorgeous collection.
Thank you so much again. Thank you to all the fans at Miss Fabulous. We love all of you at House of Toy.
And we love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.